Hello friends, this is Sherry. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here today to work on my sewing journal. Just getting my timer going there. And so today I'm working on the pages. Let me show you where I'm at. So I went ahead and finished the cover. I'm not finished with the cover, but I went ahead and put the spine on. So I'm going to decorate it and put something and embellish the cover a little bit, but not sure what I want to do there yet. I haven't looked around and looked at things and decided on that. So right now, here's the front with this cute little pattern. It's a hardback cover. In case you haven't seen the other two videos I've done on this, I'll link them below in my in a playlist. But yeah, I used this cute little pattern. I came up with this fabric when I pulled this out. I just was like so excited because it has the two colors of these two dresses. It just went really well with those two dresses, so I had to use it. It just was the best one that in my stash that I could find. And then here's the back cover, another pretty piece of scrapbook paper. And I completely wrapped the covers so that you don't see any part of the original cover, because I just wanted to do it that way because it was an old cover, dingy, and I just really wanted to use it for the strength of a hardback cover. So, and then here on the inside, the same fabric. Here's the blue paper that we put in to line the insides, and I did put some pockets in here. Let me see if I have a little piece of scrapbook paper real quick so I can show you. They're side pockets here. So they're right here. They come out and you can tuck something in there. That's the back, and this is the front. So very cool. Yep, all open under there. so yeah, that's where I'm at on the cover. And so today I thought I'd start working on the pages, and I was kind of measuring with this one. I want to go ahead and start. I'm going to make 3 signatures, and I'm going to start each signature with a piece of scrapbook paper. This one is single-sided, and this one, let's see, I've got one here. This one's double-sided, and then this one is double-sided. So I'm going to put something on the other side of this, but first I'm going to cut it down to size. And I was kind of measuring, and it's like this, and it needs to be, see how it sticks out, it needs to be cut off a little bit there. And I might make a pocket on the bottom of this one. So let's go ahead and cut off a little bit here on the side, about 1/2 inch, and just get started on the pages. And I pulled out, I kind of narrowed down my scrapbook paper that I had out here to let's see how many, what do I have out here, two kits of scrapbook paper, and then I have 2 books I want to look for pages in. So that's what I wanted to do today. Got my little organizer basket over there where I usually keep, all my pieces together from a project. So that looks like it will work. It'll be like this. Just right. Okay, and then the bottom here, I think this would be perfect to make a pocket here on the bottom of this page. So I'm going to measure that and see where that would go up to. I think it's okay if these measuring tapes here on this paper are upside down. So I'm not going to worry about trying to turn it around on this one. I just think that's fine that they're upside down. Doesn't bother me. So if it was a picture or something, that would be different. But measuring tapes just are measuring tapes, and we might decorate them, so they'll be partially covered up anyway. So that's a little bit too high. I'm going to cut off about down to there, so about almost 3 sections of the measuring tape. Let's do that. And yeah, I've got all my scrap pile has been growing this week by leaps and bounds. So I'm not happy about that. I've made too many scraps this week. I like to keep up with my scraps. So I'm going to have a scrap buster video pretty soon, because that is not good. I don't like that. It's getting higher and higher. So, okay, so I always cut that little triangle out of the middle because I like to have that room to get things in and out of my pockets. So, and then I'm just going to, for right now, I might come back and sew later, but for right now I'm just going to use a little glue here. I am going to try to do some sewing in here, you know, since it is a sewing journal. So I'll figure that out later. Like I won't bind the pages until I go through and figure out, you know, what pockets I want to sew together. But for right now, I'll just glue them so they can be together. I can see what it's going to look like. And this, I'm using Fabri-Tac right now. That will hold them together. Even if I don't sew later, that will hold them together nicely. So there's one cover for one section, but I do want to put something, I think I want to put something in here, and I was thinking maybe the back cover of the pattern I could put in here and line this with that. So like I could line this with one side with this, and then I have a piece of a, you know, pattern instructions. I could line the other side with a piece of this, possibly. I think that would be cool. I'm just trying to see how much of it will cover. It'll cover pretty much. See how this one covers the whole thing. I'll have to cut that a little bit, but this one, it will be, if I put it over to, like if I cut it on the folds here, it will be a little bit of an extra there. Maybe I would just put it right in the middle of this. I mean, I could make it a little bit wider. I guess we'll see. Let's open this one up and see how that looks, and see if we want to cut it that way. This is an oldie. You can see how brown it is. So if we cut it over the folds, yeah, I guess that would be all right, wouldn't it? Yeah, I guess that would be all right. Go a little bit past the folds. Okay, so let me see. Let me center where the folds are and see where my paper goes to. So just like really just a sliver over the folds. Okay, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut one side and then I'll cut the other. So this side I'm going to cut right up to this little dress right here. That's all I like I said, just a sliver over. And then I can, you know, make it wider over here if I need to. But I think with this little extra blue here, that'll be good. Since this part right here is blue. Okay, so, all right, we're doing it. Oh, I pulled a couple extra, what did I pull? 2 extra patterns out here too, to show you what I might do with those. So I'll show you those in a second. Okay, let me measure. So if I put this right up to the center of this scrap of paper where it folds, I would need to cut about right here. I got my thumb there. I got to be careful with this. This is a good paper to glue down because it's pretty old, so it wouldn't be good. It'd probably be good as a page by itself anyway. So let's see. I need to be a little bit delicate with it, and it's going to tuck into this pocket. So I don't need it to go, you know, I don't really need it to go all the way to the bottom or anything. I just need it to tuck down into that pocket a little bit. So I can really cut at the bottom of like where this folds, and I think it'll be fine. Let's do that. So that'll be over here, and then this will be over here. And then when it's in the journal, if they're not going to be together, they're just going to be pages, you know, with other pages right here. So this is a little, let's see, it's a little, let me see how it goes into this pocket. And once I tuck it into this pocket, yeah, it's this I'm going to need to cut even because the glue, I probably should have put this in here. If you do this, think about it ahead of time. You can put it in here before you glue it down. But since I already glued it down, I'm going to have to just cut it right down to the pocket. So I'm going to need to do like this. Put it on here. because it's pretty much the exact width that I need. And then I'm going to fold this up and have it meet the edge of the pocket here. I think that's what I'm doing. We'll see. Let's see if this works. I wish I would have thought about that. I guess it's too late to open that up, isn't it? Let's see. Ooh, it's not. It's not. I mean, it was kind of dry, but it wasn't dry so that I didn't pull up any paper there. Okay. Phew. Save the day. Okay, so I can still put this down in here. I think that'll work out better. And see how this fits. Okay, so I want it right on the edge here. And as if it were a part of this paper. Let me fold it and see if anything's getting caught in the fold. No, it isn't. Okay, so let's do this one first. And I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac on here. I like that I can keep this little, it has this little measuring ruler on the side of the pattern. I like that I can keep that. If I had to cut anything off, I would cut it over here, but I don't. So let's get I'm going to use my art glitter glue on here. I'm excited that worked, that I could get that open, because I was like, worried about this little part over here. If I end it there, then you're going to be able to see just white right there. So that's why I was like, I wonder if I could open this up. And it worked. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you that worked. So glad. Okay, now I'm going to get this right up to the edge. Yep, hope everyone's having a good week. I am having a decent week so far. We'll see how the rest of the week goes. Nothing exciting right now, so that's good. All right. Okay, I think I got glue all over. All right, let's get this down in there before it dries. Get it on here straight. Okay, now since I have another layer in this pocket, I will definitely want to sew it down. I think that will look better with, the two. I've got 2 layers here and then another layer of the pocket there. So, yeah, there we go. That's cool. Okay. I wasn't sure. I was thinking about making a pocket with this, but it's, I'd have to, which could be done, but I'd have to actually back it, because it wouldn't be strong enough on its own. So now I can put some more glue here, hold it down temporarily, and let me see. Am I going to have the same problem over here? Hold on. Where's my piece of paper? Yeah, actually I am, aren't I? I didn't. I forgot about this side. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, that came apart good, so got it before. The Fabri-Tac does take a little longer to dry than the art glitter glue, so I guess that's a good thing, right? At certain times when you want to redo something like that. Okay, so I will definitely sew these together, probably off, after the video. And let's get this one. Let's see, where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so we'll get this one down here. And let me move this out of the way so I don't get glue on it. Put my lids together for a moment. Okay, so this one's I'm gonna be careful with this one because I said, like I said, it's old, and I don't want it to tear or anything like that. So I think I'm gonna put glue. I think I need glue on this paper right here on this fold. The rest I could do on there, but I think I need to get this to flatten out. I need actual glue on the paper here. So this too over here, this fold. Okay, And then I think I'm just going to go ahead and put glue all over on the edges. Well, it's getting warm this week. That's a good thing. Maybe my garden will start flourishing. Kept it alive so far, although it's been hard for me to go out there and do anything with my garden with the pollen. I can't take out being outside too long, so I have to run out there and water everything and run back in the house. But if it rains, then I don't have to water. But I have stuff in my, let's see, I just about have everything out of my greenhouse because it's warmer. It's getting warmer, so I'm able to plant it outside now. So whatever I have left in my greenhouse, that's all I have to water. If it doesn't rain, then I have to water everything else. But it's been raining enough to where it's keeping everything, you know, watered without me watering. So that's always nice. And everything's growing, so we'll just see now if it grows, keeps growing, and produces some actual vegetables. You never know. You could get a nice plant and not have any vegetables. That has happened to me before. Okay, I'm trying to get this on the very edge here, which I pretty much am. I can put a little distress ink there on the white that's showing. And then I'm going to get this side down before it tears. Okay, we did it. Nice old vintage piece of a pattern, and it has some very stylish ladies, and I like that blue. That's why I kind of picked it out. Okay. And let me get my little smoother outer here. Let's do this side is sharper, so this side has a more rounded edge, so have a less of a chance of tearing anything with that smooth edge, but I can still flatten it out. Okay, there we go. Now we can put some more Fabri-Tac on my little pocket, and then see if we can get some more pages done here before my time is up. All right. Kind of put a lot of glue there, so I don't want it to ooze out too much, but I do want this to be glued together, even though I'm going to sew it later. Okay. There we go. First page done. Well, kind of done. I might decorate out here. I might cut out, I'll show you the patterns I was talking about. And I have more, of course, that I can get out if I need them. But I have a couple of patterns I pulled out to cut out the people on them. So this one here I thought would be good to cut up. Let me grab a tissue. This one here I thought would be good to cut up because it has this kind of stain here. So maybe I would cut out this girl here and this girl here, this baby. And then this one has a tear right here. And I feel like I could still use her, but she is right out in front. So I cut her out first and then see what I could use from the others and use these as decorations on these front covers of my signatures. I'm going to get a little glue off my fingers here. Okay, so this page, like I said, done for the moment. And then I want to cut these two. So let me measure. These are double-sided. See, I think I want the measuring tapes on the outside of the signature, like this one. This is measuring tapes too, and these are the colorful measuring tapes. This is the colorful one that I was considering using on the back, but I thought it was too colorful. But I don't think it's too colorful for the inside. So there's one, and this one is really pretty. See, this one on the inside has all these little polka dots, I guess you could call them, with numbers like look like little bingo chips, you know what I mean? So I think that's cool. And then this one is really pretty. It's just pretty. I just wanted this one because it's just pretty. I love this little kind of a bright, pretty color. And then it has these pretty hot air balloons here on the other side. So I thought that would be pretty as a signature cover. So we'll fold both of these in half. Either one of them are, this is 12 by 12 paper, so it's not wide enough to make a fold out on the side of these. So I'm just going to fold them in half and cut off a little sliver here like I did on the other one. And then go from there. So let's see what we have to cut off here. I'm going to measure with my first page here. So it's almost an inch, probably 3/4 of an inch, I guess. So I'm going to cut right there. And then I'll show you the books I pulled out in just a second. This, keeping all my strips, I might want to make some, I want to make some journaling cards with my strips soon. So that will be hopefully soon. Okay, let's measure this one. Let's see if I have this folded right. I think I have a little bit off here, a little bit like not square. Let me get this folded right. There we go. I think that's better. Yeah, I think that's together. Okay, so we're going to cut right here. Let's get it straight. It's about right there. Okay. Move this up a little bit, kind of pushing it off the table almost. Okay, there's some more pretty strips. Okay, glue off the fingers again. Still got some glue on my fingers. Okay, so do I want pockets with these? Let's see, this one has the measuring tapes on the other side, and this one has the hot air balloons. So I think this one would really be, I think they'd both be pretty if I've made pockets on these. And so let's see, it would look like that. I mean, that's pretty, but I just don't know if I want to cut off. If I don't cut off, let me see if I don't cut it off. Let me fold it. Let me fold it where it would be folded. Hold on. So one way or the other, it's got to be about right here. Whether I do pockets one way, pockets the other way. Okay, so, but I would cut it. I would cut it to a shorter pocket, of course. So let's see. I just want to see if I cut this off and just have no pocket, what would it look like? It would look like this, which is pretty. Or if I have a pocket, it would be shorter, but some of the hot air balloons would be cut off, which would be pretty. Or, yeah, I think, I'm going to cut it off. I just want to kind of experiment here a little bit. I want to, because I really like these hot air balloons. I don't want to cover them up. But let me see if I can turn this around at all and see what that looks like. So in order to do that, I have to go ahead and cut this off. So let's see. So cut that off. Not quite, I don't think it's quite straight. Hold on, let me straighten that out. Is it straight? It is straight. Okay. Almost didn't look straight, but it is straight. Okay, and then this, let me cut it where it would be a pocket. Let's see. Let me see if I can match them up at all. Any way to match these up? I don't think there's any way to match it up, actually. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to match it up. Let me cut a little bit down here, though. So I'm going to cut it in a way that the pocket wouldn't be too tall, I don't think. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Okay, let's see. But now this doesn't look straight. No, that is not straight. How could this be? Okay, I don't know. All right, I had to cut one more sliver there that wasn't straight. Okay, let's see if I like this. I kind of really do like that, as you can still see, even though I just really like that. Okay, so I think I will cut my little triangle here. cut it a little bit different on that one. A little bit more deeper. Okay, and then I would just glue this all around here. So I think that'll work. Let me just turn it over here and make sure we don't want it this way. See how it cuts off the balloons? Which is fine, but I'm going to put this to the side and then look at it again in a second, and then I'll decide. I'm not quite sure on that. Okay, so let's do this one. Now this one has the bright colored, you know, measuring tapes. So this one I wouldn't want upside down because they're so bright and they would just like really stand out that they're upside down, I think. Let's see. Yeah, see, I just don't really like that. The other one's more, these blended in more. You can't really, you don't look at that and say, oh, upside down. But these, you do. Like, oh, wow, upside down. And then if I turn it this way, yeah, so that one I don't like either. So I'd have to cut that one off and do the same thing if I want a pocket here. So let me measure where I'm going to cut, about right there. Okay. Move this over. Okay, so we're going to cut this off and see if we like this as a pocket after we turn it over and make it upright. Okay, about right there. It is straight. Okay, now. So we turn it over. Now it's upright and it's too big. So let's see which part would I want to cut off. I like this blue down here because it goes with the blue up here. Kind of brings it together. So I think I would cut off the top instead of the bottom. So I'm going to cut off 2 rows there. 2 rows of measuring tape. And let's get it straight. Need to cut it so that I get all of that measuring tape, that red measuring tape out. This one here, this row. I'm still seeing it, I'm sorry. I keep moving up like barely and it's still there. I can still see it. I can still see it. Hold on. It's my line is like, okay, I think I got it. There we go. Yep, there we go. I could still see it below where the line was going to be cutting. Okay, now we save that. All right, yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, no question on this one. I like that. We're going to glue this one down. Cut my little V and glue this down, and also sew this one. I want to do as much sewing as I can, which probably won't be a ton, but since it's a sewing journal, I want to do some sewing. Make sure I do some sewing. I always do, but you know, I want to do maybe a little bit more if I can find places that need to be sewn. I'll sew them in this one. So we can sew in our sewing journal. All right, let me get my glue in the right spot here. This will help when I'm sewing it so that it'll be held in place when I'm sewing it down. Okay, right on the edge here. All right, that's pretty. Need to cut this down a little bit. Okay, make sure all my edges are together. Okay, all the edges are together. Everything folds nicely, except this is sticking out a little bit right here, so I'm going to cut this off. There we go. All right, a little tiny sliver. Okay, that one, I like that. See the blue in the blue? I like that. Okay, that one is good. Now we're gonna look at this one like we've never looked at it before. Like we've never seen this before. We're just gonna open up and see if we like it. Oh, I do like that now. I do like it now. It goes with this color. Goes with, well, there's some color there that matches, end up here. Huh. Let me just turn it over once to make sure I want it that way. Yeah, I think I do want it this way now. Okay, then because the balloons really don't match up, and so I think this will be best. All right, that helped, putting it to the side for a minute and to look at it again after a minute. That helped a lot because I was really getting confused there as to what I wanted to do. So that did help. All right. So I want to show you these books I pulled out. I have more sewing books, but I don't, I like to pull everything out at one time and have a big mess in my room. And I'm going to have to actually do that. I'll show you these books really quick. And then I'm going to have to go because my time has already run out. Okay, so we see this one, how it's going to look. And I got all my edges together. Nothing sticking out on this one. All right, let that dry, open up, let that stay open and dry. That's really pretty. I'm glad we waited on that and decided to put that one there. Okay, let me put this down, and I'm going to show you these two books, and we'll work on this next time. And I'll show you, I'll fussy cut those girls out of those patterns and show you how those come out. But I've got this book here, so I'll be pulling some pages out of here to put in each signature. These are really nice and different. There's different colors throughout, the book on these pages. So these are great. And then I have this one. I've used pages out of here before, but not very many. I have this one that I haven't used any pages out of before. I sold one of these in my shop, and I may have one in my shop now. I'm not sure if the one I had in my shops, like I find these once in a while, and now I put them in my shop since I have one. But these are awesome pages too. Just all different kind of sewing type stuff in here. This one, yeah, see how many different things are in there. And this one is Stitch by Stitch. Home Library of Sewing, Knitting, and whatever. So I better go before my camera cuts me off. Thanks for watching today. I'll see you next time. Happy crafting.